A question on YouTube about how we hook up the bands, so I'll give a quick a little instructional video here on how we hook up the bands. Now it's important, again, I talked about this before, I have the blueprints to this rack that I can email to you. You just go on my website, www.joeaveragestrength.com, hit contact, there'll be an email, and shoot me an email and I can send you the blueprints to this rack. My opinion is you want to get real strong without taking steroids, get a rack. This rack is bolted down to this deadlift platform, and that allows us to use the heavy band tensions that makes us real strong. You see these videos, how much weight these kids are lifting. It makes them, and the result of that is they're much better athletes. They do real well on the football field. My son's a freshman in high school. Looks like he's going to get a lot of varsity wrestling matches, and a lot of that is just because of how strong he is. So, if you, as a athlete, student athlete, or, if you're just, an adult and you want to power lift, get a rack and get it bolted down, and that's going to allow you to train with the amount of band tension that's necessary to, get real strong. So, Josh, put it down here. Now, this is a specially made rack, and this is the attachment that I designed where we hook the bands up. So I'm going to just demonstrate with the medium bands. Now if you're loading these bands up by yourself, what you can do is, you got the bar set on these hooks here. So what I'll do is I'll put another cross pin right above here, kind of sandwich the bar in here so that when I'm putting the bands on, this end won't flip up. So basically, and like I said, we double everything. We do not choke the bands. When you choke the bands, when you cinch the bands on here like this, whether it's for the squat or the bench, come on, I don't care, Westside or whoever, talking about choking bands equals all these hundreds of pounds. That's ridiculous. Look at this. There is no tension there. That's not doing anything for you. So in order to develop a lot of strength, you got to double the bands. So this is a medium band or green, and all I do is I just double it right up. Can you see that? Double it right over, hook it up. I slide them, side by side here, and I pull it right up over the bar, right over the bar. Just like that, and that's hooked up. That's how we hook up for the squat and the bench, and I'll have to show you for the deadlift. Now, say for example you're using combinations. Say maybe you're doing medium. You'll see on my thing, everything is, we do a lot of combinations. So what I do then, and this is a mini band, is I go right through the middle, make sure the bottoms are snug, and then right up and on to the bar, just like that, right over top. There you got mediums and minis. You can go, for the bench and the safety bar, I'll use the larges, So you can go large, small, large, medium, large, mini, and you just hook the main band up and then the middle one right through it and right up. Even with the safety bar, I'll do large, medium, and a small. So I'll go large, medium, small, and I'll demonstrate that real quick. So that's how we hook up, double the bands. That's how we hook up for both the squat and the bench, and then I'll have to show you the deadlift. Alright, now I got the safety bar hooked in here. Now, the reason I can use the large bands, the black large bands, when we use a safety bar is you'll notice that with a safety bar, the bar comes down here 1.5 inches, 2 inches or so, and then comes across. So when we have the bar up to our squat height, this part lowers down so it provides less tension. When we're using a straight bar or squat bar, which comes straight across here, trying to stretch a large band all the way up is just, the bands are too wide, too much tension, it's not safe. So the biggest band we use with the squat bar is the greens. Now I'll use, 2 sets of greens and a set of smalls. I'll do green, and a small for my heaviest band tension when I do the regular squat bar. So, even though the green is the biggest band we use when we squat, we use multiple greens with minis and small. So sometimes I'll have as many as 3 bands doubled up onto the squat bar. And then I'm getting ready to start a new squat cycle this Sunday, and I'm going to go over an entire squat cycle, you know, with all my safety bar workout and all my regular bar workout. It'll take 3 or 4 months. I'll all get posted, and I'll show you all the band combinations that I use when I squat. So this is a large band. Now again, usually we have, you know, a bunch of guys here lifting, so I'll have another guy putting the band on at the same time. And then what you do, yeah, it's a lot of tension. You got to pull it up. And right on. Now that's a large. Now if I'm going to do, now my, one of my band tensions when I do my max effort work with the safety bar is large and medium. And this is how I would hook it up. That's a large and a medium. Now as you can see, the bar is real low. Now when I'm squatting, this bar is going to be higher up, so these bands are going to be really stretched. But even this low, you can see how much tension is already on these I can't even lift that up. You know how much more tension it is when it's double, and that just builds a lot more strength as opposed to choking these bands. So, and then even still, I'll go large, medium, and then I'll hook a small in here on my heaviest max effort, which is very little bar weight when I'm doing this much band tension. But as I progress through my safety bar work, I'll show you putting the bands on and actually squatting this much tension. And it just, you know, that's one of the reasons I can, you know, rep so much free weight is because of the amount of band tension that I use. All right. I'll give you a quick demonstration on how I hook the bands up for deadlifting. Now I use Iron Woody's 41-inch bands when I squat and bench, and then I use his 20-inch bands when I deadlift. Now what I do, now again I also use combinations of bands. I also use the large bands, you know. And what I do is I go right down through here, come up, I'll slide the bar in through here like this. Now, once I have it like this, what I do is I'll have one of the kids hold the bar up, and they'll pull the bars as tight as they can, and then I get duct tape, and I tape around the top of the band here, and I tape around here, and that keeps the band from flopping all over the place, all right? So then, if I want to use a combination, then I come right through here. I'll get, say I'm going to, me personally, the kids don't use the larges, I do. Then I'll, come on, and then I'll come through here, if I have it, if I'm going to use combinations of bands, I'll have the larges on here like this, and then I'll slide the mini in through here, wrap it up here like this. I'll slide the bar through here again, and I'll tape it all up. Then I'll keep it from moving around. And you start using these larges and combinations, you'll really see your free weight work take off and go through the roof, but it's all about being doubled. And again, I think on the last deadlift video I posted, I did the larges and I think minis with I think 2 plates, 235. So I actually did this on the last deadlift video that's on YouTube right now. And that's how I hook it up. Now if you just get into the minis like this, just put it up here like this, slide the bar through, and again we'll stretch them real far, we'll tape them up, and that'll keep the bands nice and tight so that they're not moving all over the place when we're actually deadlifting. We'll use electrical tape or rubber bands or whatever like that. And that's how we hook up for the deadlift, just like that. And then, because this rack is kicked out like this, what I do is I put this collar right on here. This is my bench bar. It's all roughed up in here. But what I'll do is I'll slide this on right here, and this will be on like this, and then we put the plates up here because with this all kicked out, this collar will be sitting on top of this anchor here, and you won't be able to slide the plates on. So I get these 2.5 pound collars, slide them on, and then we butt the plates up against this, and the plates are out here like that. So that's